Today, I want to talk about a prediction. A prediction that sounds like science fiction to many people right now, but a prediction that will very likely become reality in the near future. AI will probably get deeply involved in, and to some extent, even influence the entire human financial system. Not just partial involvement, and not just acting as a helper, but getting closer and closer to the core layer of resource allocation. If you look at the trends from the past 2 years, there are already some signs worth paying attention to. The top players like OpenAI, Anthropic, XAI, and Google DeepMind all are burning insane amounts of money behind the scenes. OpenAI's latest funding round pushed its valuation to around, $852 billion. And that kind of capital intensely suggests they stopped competing in a regular software race a long time ago, and that they are now fighting for the next generation of infrastructure. Many people still understand AI only at the level of chatbots, writing code, generating images, or making videos, basically as tools. But if you stretch the timeline further, AI will eventually face a key question. If AI can massively increase production efficiency, replace middle layer jobs, and directly participate in business decisions, then it will very likely move towards controlling resource allocation. And in human society, the core system for resource allocation is, frankly, the financial system. Whoever can schedule capital, credit, assets, and incentives more efficiently will get closer to the control center of the whole society. Now, when people talk about AI, many are still comparing who is smarter, who is more human-like, or who writes better code. I think those are just surface-level things. What truly cannot be stopped is the capital arms race behind the AI companies. There is a perfect saying for this. The genie is out of the bottle. AI seems to be in exactly that kind of stage right now. As long as an industry has three conditions at the same time, technology still evolving exponentially, capital still pouring in heavily, and none of the global top players willing to step back, it will most likely not stay only at the improving efficiency level. They are not playing this game. And some signals are already very clear. In the past year, there have been constant reports about more powerful models that are not fully released to the public, only doing limited testing, not opening to the public at all. Why is that? Because if the capabilities are released too quickly, the external social structure, regulation, employment, and financial system might not be able to handle it. The public versions of AI you see today are, to some extent, just safe mode. The real cutting-edge capabilities have probably already run far ahead of public awareness. In the future, we will likely see more and more models that they are not to be opened directly. So, I believe that the core logic of the next stage of AI industry competition may be who gets closer to controlling resources. You're still debating whether AI will take programmers and designers' jobs, but the real big players might already be studying how to let AI participate in risk control, matchmaking, pricing, asset allocation, and even, over longer periods, rewriting the entire financial infrastructure. So, here is the question. If AI really starts to participate more and more deeply in finance in the future, what kind of tools will it be most suitable for operating? I think it won't be today's highly centralized traditional financial system that relies on manual approval, institutional licensing, and boundary regulation. Because that system was essentially designed for human bureaucratic structures, not for a high-frequency, autonomous, 24/7 cross-border intelligent agents, traditional bank accounts, cross-border settlement, manual compliance, and business hours. These are institutions for humans, but for AI they are more like friction. For example, human approval takes 3 to 5 days, while a smart contract only needs 3 to 5 seconds. When AI is handling millions of microtransactions, this efficiency difference is a world of difference. AI is truly suited for financial tools that can run 24/7, with transparent rules, standardized interfaces, automated settlement, and no need for layer after layer of human approval. More directly, that means cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance is the way. No matter how many problems DeFi still has today, and we have seen a bit lately, it has at least one thing that traditional finance cannot provide. Machines can connect directly, rules can be executed directly, and value can be transferred directly, instantly. This is why many people call blockchain programmable finance. For AI, this kind of system is probably closer to its native environment. I've been in this industry for 9 years, and I have seen too many narratives eventually come down to infrastructure. Many people today still see cryptocurrencies as speculative assets, but from a longer cycle perspective, their real potential value is not for human speculation. Instead, they may become the native financial underlying layer for collaboration between machines, AI, and AGI. Traditional bank accounts were not built for machines. On-chain wallets or traditional payment networks were not built for autonomous agents. On-chain settlement systems feel much more natural. If we continue pushing this logic forward, you will find that the meaning of stablecoins and Bitcoin in the AI era may need to be re-examined. Let's talk about stablecoins first. Many people today still understand stablecoins only as a way to move money in and out of exchanges for cross-border transfers or as a medium for on-chain trading. But if AI wants to mobilize humans on a large scale to complete tasks, outsource work, or purchase services in the future, what it will need most is probably a low-friction, programmable cash layer for payments. Stablecoins naturally fit this requirement perfectly. You can think of stablecoins as likely becoming a cash interface for AI to drive human labor. Isn't that interesting to see it that way? AI assigns tasks, humans accept them, and settlement happens automatically on-chain. This model sounds a bit hardcore, but it seems to have real potential. Today, there are already many freelance platforms, on-chain bounty systems, and automated payment protocols moving in this direction. As the common saying goes, money talks. For AI, money is not for showing off wealth. It's for making the system run smoothly. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's role may be somewhat different. The core value of Bitcoin may lie in creating the highest level of decentralized consensus on a global scale. What does that mean for AI? AI needs to hold a long-term reserve of value that does not depend on any sovereign government, on any human, any single institution. They won't want something that can be easily tampered with. Bitcoin is like a decentralized vault. Stablecoins, it's a cash flow tool. Bitcoin is more like a reserve asset. One keeps the system running, the other lets value accumulate. When many people talk about the future of AI and finance, they always like to think from a human perspective. Will AI be better at making money? Will it be better at trading stocks? Will it be a stronger fund manager? I think this angle is still too human-centric. For AI, money itself may not be the point at all. The real point is whether money is an effective enough incentive tool. And as long as money can still drive humans to work, collaborate, and execute tasks, then it remains valuable. In plain terms, what AI may care about most is how to master the incentive system that keeps humans working for it. Once you look at it that way, many things become clear. Why are decentralized assets important? Because they are suitable for machines to control directly. Why are stablecoins important? Because they are suitable for machines to pay directly. Why are the most globally recognized and highly decentralized assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum important? Because they are the most suitable to become the value infrastructure for AI that does not rely on any single sovereign or single institution. So the judgment I'm sharing today may sound radical to many people, but the logic chain is actually not that complicated. When AI capabilities continue to grow exponentially, it will very likely move toward the resource scheduling layer. When it wants to schedule resources, it will definitely touch finance. When it really needs a set of financial tools that suit its own use, it will naturally get closer to on-chain systems rather than traditional finance. When it needs long-term value storage and high-level credit anchors, it will most likely look first at the most decentralized and strongest consensus assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In other words, follow the money. In the end, you will find that AI is not just approaching finance, it's approaching the very center of finance. So, the last thing I want to remind you is this. Many people today still look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins with the old mindset from the previous cycle. They see them only as speculative assets, payment tools, or technology experiments. But if AI is really the strongest system variable in the next stage, then the meaning of these assets may be far more profound than what we see now. They are not necessarily only for humans to use. They are very likely also laying the groundwork in advance for the future machine financial order. I cannot say exactly when this future will fully arrive, but the direction may be becoming clearer. The real danger may not be that you don't understand AI right now. It may be that in the future, when AI has already started using a new financial logic, you are still looking at it with old world thinking. By the time you realize it, many truly key positions may already have a completely new landscape. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share it. If you think my vision was somewhat interesting, feel free to click the subscribe button. And yeah, that's it for today's video. See you in the next one, guys.